Listen to that song and allow yourself to feel the feelings. That is what I recommend when you listen to Isn't It a Shame by Labelle. You literally will find yourself thinking about things that you don't want to think about or relationships that you swear you're happy they're over with. But then you remember those happy moments, like Patty said, laugh together, love together, live together, wanted to die together. You listen to that, and it just, again, it takes you on a ride. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to day number 10 of the Black Music Month 30 series here on the Groove Line with your host, Chris Stevens. Hopefully, you wonderful people are doing well out there. It's Wednesday. We like to slow things down on Wednesday, and we just talked about breakup songs yesterday when we talked about Can You Stop the Rain by Peebo Bryson during our Peebo retrospective. Today, I wanted to talk about a breakup song that didn't only serve to soothe the pain of breaking up relationships in intimate settings, but also bands and groups. We're going to talk about Labelle and Isn't It a Shame? Now, this came from the Chameleon album, which was released this month, 50 years ago, June 17th, 1976. This was produced by David Rubinson. The song was Isn't It a Shame was actually written by Randy Edelman, who has had all sorts of credits as a soundtrack producer, a songwriter, and different things of that nature. And it's 8 minutes of just shaking your head like, where the hell did we go wrong? It is just I don't know if it's the perfect breakup song. I mean, there are a few others you would put ahead of it, but not too many I would put ahead of it. I mean, when you listen to Patty, well, first of all, the piano is done by a gentleman by the name of Bud Ellison. You hear that? Dun, 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 dun. If you've heard that song before, you know you're in for just like 8 minutes of sheesh. Here we go, remembering what we used to have. And that's what Patty says. How could two people who used to live together and laugh together, drift far apart? How could two people that love together wanted to die together and, just go away? And isn't it such a shame that such a love has to end? And Sarah Dash, God rest her soul, and Nona Hendrix, who is still with us, they back up Patty so well on this song. Like, it's church. I mean, it's obviously a breakup song, but you could tell that the church voices that were honed in that setting, for Patty and Nona and Sarah were just absolutely at their zenith. You could just tell that somebody, I don't know if it was Rubinson himself, I don't know who else, I don't know if it's Randy who told them they had to sing it like that, but they got together and said, we are going to go out with a bang. And of course, as everybody knows, this was the last Labelle album in their original era. They put out an album that was produced by Kenny Gamble, Wyclef Jean, and Leon Huff in 2008. But they drifted. I don't know if they drifted apart. I mean, I never did find out why Labelle just went kaput for 32 years. But we all know Patti LaBelle dropped her solo album the very next year, 1977, and started a career that is ongoing to this very day. Nona Hendrix had a decent solo career too. We'll probably talk about her a little later on down the line on this channel. But when you listen to Isn't It a Shame, just think about every relationship that you miss. And there are some. There aren't many. I mean, I can't speak for y'all, but for me, there's probably one or two that I wish had gone better. And this is a a PSA for my gentlemen out there. Well, ladies too, because well, this young woman I was seeing was she was bi. Well, I mean, it is Pride Month, so yeah. So she was bi. But never fall for a woman from Newberry, South Carolina. Don't do it. That Geechee, it'll get you. Trust me. It's been over 15 years. And I still think about her from time to time. So, I mean, that's one of those relationships where you just kind of like, man, if only. I mean, I think we were too different because you hear me. Y'all know I'm very passionate and active on this channel, but you could tell there's a certain low key about me. There was nothing low key about this woman from Newberry, South Carolina, Jack. Nothing. And it just, I mean, the chemistry that we had, I will let you guys figure out what kind of chemistry we had. But after that, we just couldn't see eye to eye on a damn thing. And I wish we had. I do. So every once in a while, I listen to that song and think about, what could have been? I mean, that's what this song does to you. It literally just takes you on a journey through whatever relationship you were a part of, whether it was a long lasting one, if you guys got if you got guys got married and divorced, or even if it was something as brief as a summer situation, as my thing was with Ms. Newberry. That's not a real name, by the way. That's just the town she's from, Newberry, South Carolina. But just listen to that song and allow yourself to feel the feelings. That is what I recommend when you listen to "Isn't It a Shame" by Labelle. You literally will find yourself thinking about things that you don't want to think about, or relationships that you swear you're happy they're over with. But then you remember those happy moments, like Patty said, laugh together, love together, live together, wanted to die together. You listen to that, and it just, again, it takes you on a ride throughout the entire relationship. When y'all first met, your first date, your first kiss, your first time, your best time, in all your best times, whatever that situation entailed for you. That's what that song will bring out of you. And then you get to the end and it's like, yeah, yeah, it was nice. It was cool. But it didn't last for a reason. And that song ends so, I don't want to say it ends funny, because there's not a damn thing funny about that song. But the way "Isn't It a Shame" ends is Patty with this little like in true Philly girl fashion, and the instrumental just fades out. And that's kind of like LaBelle's Sunset, because I mean, if you look at the Chameleon album cover, I'll put it back up on the screen for you guys. They are literally looking at their heads. I mean, we all know that Patty is in the middle. There's a Nona on the side with the whatever that is on her head, and Sarah to Patty's left. And it's like they're looking out into the world as they are like going their separate ways. And you look at that and you listen to "Isn't It a Shame," and you just get the sense that maybe they just outgrew each other at that point in time. Because I mean, LaBelle themselves, we're probably going to do a LaBelle deep dive at some point in time as far as their whole discography. But just the way Chameleon sort of was a swan song, it's kind of like Destiny Fulfilled. Like everybody remembers Destiny's Child when Beyonce finally went off to be Beyonce for real, and Kelly Rowland went solo, and Michelle, did some solo things. And of course, she sings in the church and gospel and on, does the plays and all of that. So it was kind of like the original version of Destiny Fulfilled. Like they had just known that they had gone as far as they could go together as LaBelle, and it was time for them to go do some different things. Patti LaBelle, of course, went solo. Nona Hendrix, of course, went solo. Sarah Dash did as well. And to varying degrees of success, but they were all still very much a part of a special era in black music. And it's part of the era that, you get a Destiny's Child, you get a Jade, you get a SWV, you get an Escape, you get, all of these girl groups, black girl groups, by the way. I mean, the Supremes, obviously, Supremes, Martha and Vandellas, the Marvelettes, they're the originals. The Ronettes, of course. Of course, we lost Nidra Talley, the last surviving member of the Ronettes earlier this year. But LaBelle sort of took it further because they were just so far out there. When you think about the girl groups of the '60s and the '70s, for the most part, they were these really classy, don't do too much on stage girls. The stuff that Patty, Nona, and Sarah wore, mm, incredible. And of course, we all know about Lady Marmalade, which of course is about a lady of the night trying to secure services and shall we say restitution, compensation, shall we say? But yeah, "Isn't It a Shame"? It's got to be up there on the list of breakup songs. I don't care what you put up there. I mean, I just mentioned "Can You Stop the Rain" by Peebo. That's an all timer. You can think about some of the breakup songs that Marvin did, you know, just to keep you satisfied. They're when you talk about the Quiet Storm, I mean, this is another, again, Quiet Storm original. Another one of those Quiet Storm originals. Isn't It a Shame? Quiet Storm Radio adopted that. That song ended up going number 18 on the R&B charts, by the way, in the summer of 1976. So people liked it. People liked it. I mean, when you think about '76 and you think about disco and that lifestyle of people, just living for the moment, the original "Here for a Good Time, Not a Long Time," folks, that's what you have when you have these incredible moments of chemistry, these fleeting moments of passion and desire and ecstasy, and then it all ends. And it's like, isn't it a shame that we ain't got this no more? That's what it is. And that's why it makes Isn't It a Shame by Labelle one of the best breakup songs ever. Because it didn't just break up a people's relationships. It wasn't just for people's relationships, wasn't just for romance, it just wasn't for marriage. It was for Labelle themselves. And I think that is one of the best autobiographical songs ever recorded. And that's going to do it for day number 10. Diez. I think that's how they say it in Spanish. On the groove line of the Black Music Month 30 series. Really appreciate y'all. As always, contact information will be in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe, tap that notification bell so you're notified of all the new videos that drop on this channel. And don't forget to like and comment on these videos because, as you know by now, your boy talks back in the comments. So thank you guys for riding with me on the groove line. And until the next time we ride, may you find the groove, which will be tomorrow, may you find the groove or may the groove find you.